Today we'll cover the complete essence of Windows customization in one video. Themes, icons, cursors, animated wallpapers, start menu, taskbar and more. Everything that newcomers need to know, and a refresh for the old-timers too. Let's go! Customization doesn't kill your system, but fate might occasionally prove otherwise through your example, some system file called conflict and hello Windows reinstallation. Therefore, step number 1. Creating a restore point. You can use the standard built-in function, but I prefer a Yomi Backupper. In my experience, it's more precise and reliable than the native tools. As you probably noticed already, Windows doesn't spoil us with a variety of built-in themes, and what's available is limited to changing wallpapers and accent colors. So all those cool themes you've likely seen on the internet are the work of regular users, who spent dozens of hours struggling with not-so-convenient utilities like Vista Style Builder. There are many nuances with these custom themes, but they are manageable. The main thing to keep in mind is that these themes will only work if you patch your system to make it capable of recognizing these themes somehow. We have several options to choose from. UltraUX Theme Patcher, Universal and Simple, SecureUX Theme as an alternative, and UX Theme Hook, a mod from Windhoek. The choice is yours. There is not significant difference between the patchers. For universality and compatibility with both Windows 11 and Windows 10, I'll be using UltraUX Theme Patcher. It's nothing complicated. Download the patcher, install it, make sure to restart your system afterward, and that's it. You can now install third-party themes. You can find good themes on DeviantArt. My personal favorite is Nivu, who, in my opinion, creates excellent themes, where these unpleasant nuances really appear. As an example, let's take Windows 12 theme for Windows 11 and the Capuchin theme for Windows 10. Yes, themes are created for different systems and versions. You can find out your system version by typing WinVer in the search. So, the download theme archive offers usually include all accompanying materials and settings. We only need the theme folder. All these files must be transferred to the directory Drive C, Windows, Resources and Themes. After that, when you open Personalization and go to Themes, you'll find multiple variations of the same theme. It's important to understand that a theme with NA designation means it's without an address bar. And then you select the theme. You open File Explorer and feel like you've been deceived, because your Explorer looks nothing like what the author shows in the preview. Well, on Windows 10, the utility Old New Explorer will help solve this situation. Often you just need to click Install and set the required checkboxes, those specified by author in the theme archive. This way, unnecessary elements in the Explorer will disappear, and the appearance will become similar to the author's preview. On Windows 11 you'll need different software, either the paid Start All Back or the free Explorer Patcher. The choice I think is obvious. Download Explorer Patcher, run it as administrator, then right-click on the taskbar and open Properties. The Explorer Patcher settings window will open. We'll need the File Explorer tab, where you should select Windows 7 and enable the last two settings. Now the Explorer looks more or less like the author's preview, only the transparency effect is missing. A small script called Explorer Blur Mica will help achieve this. In short, the register command adds the effect. Uninstall removes it, and you can remove the status bar by opening folder options and unchecking the show status bar option. Let me add a few words about the context menu in Windows 11. First, you can restore the old menu like in Windows 10 through registry commands. If you want more customization option without the annoying Show More Options button, I can recommend you the shell utility from Nilesoft. You can download it as a portable version. Just run the program as administrator and click Register. You can learn how to customize this menu to your liking in the documentation on the website. If you're looking to change folder and shortcut icons, it's very simple. Just open Properties, go to Customization and choose a ready-made icon in ICO format. The system doesn't support other formats. Good icon sets can be found on DeviantArt. As for replacing all Windows icons with essentially one click, installers like 70SP, iPack or the Resource Redirect mode in the Windhoek utility will help. Icon packages for 70SP can be found on the same sites I mentioned earlier. You'll likely need to remove the word remove from the icon package name. You also need the installer itself, which you need to download, extract and rename to .x. In short, you need a working Xinstaller file and a 70sp icon archive. After that, launch the program, load the icon archive, create a restore point for the old icons, and after a minute of waiting, the icons will install, and the program will ask you to restart your computer. After rebooting, if everything went correctly, the new icons will appear in the system. Let's start with Windows 10 users. The easiest yet creative way to customize the start menu is creating your own tiles. Changing tile images is simple. You only need the Tile Conifier program, where you can select a program and upload the image for it. As for taskbar customization, Taskbar X comes to help, expanding the visual display option of the taskbar, including making it completely transparent. I will add a small bonus, the Minibin program, which displays a small recycle bin button directly on the taskbar. By the way, you can also add the recycle bin to File Explorer. You just need to run a registry command, which I'll include in archive, along with a couple of other commands for removing the home and gallery buttons. The now essentially unnecessary recycle bin shortcut can be removed from the desktop in personalization settings. Go to Themes and Desktop Icon Settings, where you just need to uncheck the box. On Windows 11, we'll start with the Windhawk program, which has various add-ons for Windows 11 customization. For example, after installing the Windows 11 Start Menu Styler mod, you can copy the code of a ready-made theme, then paste this code in the mod settings and save it. This is how we'll change our start menu. There is an identical mod for the taskbar, where the theme installation principle is exactly the same. Regarding the start menu and taskbar customization programs compatible with Windows 10 and 11, it's worth mentioning the previously noted Start All Back. However, it's paid and honestly, I don't like its customization settings at all. A more interesting alternative, though also paid, is Start 11. Here the interface is more pleasant, and there are many more customization options. I prefer bringing back tiles to the start menu and set my own icons to them, just like I did on Windows 10, but in a more modern way. And of course, there are taskbar settings as well, including appearance modifications. You can make the taskbar transparent or add a smooth fill animation when a window is fully open. When it comes to animated wallpapers, there are two main pillars: free Lively Wallpaper and paid, the probably familiar to everyone Wallpaper Engine. If money wasn't an issue, I would recommend only Wallpaper Engine, for its convenience, huge community, and workshop with hundreds of thousands of wallpapers that install with one click. With Lively Wallpaper, you'll have to browse different websites, looking for good quality wallpapers. For those who still prefer static wallpapers, I can recommend a good alternative: Dynamic Desktop, which imitates dynamic wallpaper changes like on macOS. Auto Dark Mode has similar functionality, except here you can change not just wallpapers, but also the theme color, cursor and accent color. Cursors are my favorite part, because you don't need any programs to install them. You don't even need to search for beautiful and good cursors, because the best options are already saved in Secret Link. As for cursor installation, you need to do the following. Open the cursor folder and find the install file. Right-click and select Install. Then either a cursor selection window will appear immediately, or you'll need to first open Mouse Properties, Additional Settings, and there select the installed cursor from the list and click OK. From desktop customization, based on personal experience, I can highlight dock panels, like in macOS, and widgets. Among dock panel programs, I'll mention Rocket Dock, Object Dock, and my favorite Nexus Dock. It's worth mentioning the My Dock Finder programs as well, but with a note: it completely transforms the Windows desktop to look like Mac. As for widgets, ReadMeter has been and remains the undisputed leader, for which you can find a huge number of skins on the internet. Plus, if desired, it's not difficult to create your own widget or edit someone else's. I think we can conclude this Windows customization basics guide. Share in the comments about your Windows customization experience, what problems you encountered and why Linux is better for this. As always, don't waste your time, good luck and bye!